The need for road repairs is clear in Tacoma.
This is an example of a residential street in an area we've underinvested in.
The city's Public Works Department has a hard time keeping up with the thousands of potholes and hundreds of streets without sidewalks.
The reality is that there's a huge infrastructure backlog, both from deferred maintenance and an initial investment in our city, and there's dedicated funding necessary to make that happen.
Tacoma just spent hundreds of millions of dollars on improvements, adding miles of bike lanes, repaving neighborhoods, and improving sidewalks, like along Sheridan Avenue near Wapato Park.
If you look, you can see what it looked like before, like it did when I was 10 years old. It just hasn't changed, and whenever you're doing this, now we have something that people are going to be able to use for years and years and years.
But the 10-year levy that paid for those improvements just expired. And for Tacoma to continue the work next month, they say they need voters to approve increases to utility and property taxes, costing the average homeowner about $125 a year.
All those taxes are structured as a percentage, so over the years, as inflation occurs, they're going to rise.
Ben Lackey is voting against the measure. He says it lacks specifics, and he's concerned repaving won't be a priority. His neighborhood is full of potholes and cracked roads.
But it also lists a whole bunch of other things, bike lanes and the like, all of which are nice, but as a cyclist, I would like to start with a paved road and then maybe add the advanced bike lanes later.
So imagine a corridor with sidewalks and paving, street trees, all that.
The city says every project would improve Tacoma.
Honestly, these dollars are transformational. They really make a difference, right? So if you think of the quality of life on a street like this versus the street we just looked at Sheridan Avenue, for example, a completely different feel, a completely different community drive.
Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.